Hey guys, Pharaoh Knight here, bringing you episode 24 of our Colony Survivor playthrough. In the last episode, we got our diamond production going for our necklaces, and I kind of told you what's been going on and what's gonna happen moving forward, maybe. But none of that really matters because we're back into it right now for another great episode. So, for this episode, I am thinking of leaving the tropics area here, heading back to our main colony, and from there, making sure that everything's good there, maybe look at going to the final area that we can colonize, which is the New World. And the reason I want to do that is because we have access to a few more recipes or sciences that we cannot do unless we get production over there going and being traded over here or researched over there. We'll have to find out. So I do want to go and get that set up. And then once we've got everything figured out over there, we can kind of work with the other colonies to get things rolling. Now, I do want to clarify before, you actually can manage trades anywhere by using the colony tab, going into manage colonies. It's to select a colony to manage, so let's select, we're at the tropics, so let's do the tropics. If we go into diplomacy here, we can propose a trade, so we can go in to our main colony here, and we can send things to them. And you have the stockpile of the area you're at, but you'll see that everything is listed here. It's a little bit confusing, but you just select the item that you want the other colony to send here. So, you know, if you want a Kaolinite, you select Kaolinite, and there you go. You've got, if the tropic colony has more and unknown has less than, then we'll send it. So actually, I got that wrong. You select the item you want to send from this colony that you're managing to the other colony. So you can do it remotely. It takes a little bit to kind of wrap your head around it. It's good to know. Now, another thing I want to quickly touch on before we get started is the science. If you remember right, I couldn't get certain areas to do science projects. I did double check, and I'm pretty sure that we are trading science everywhere. So if I just jump in here, nope, there. If I just jump in here, I am confident we are trading our science with all of our colonies, so it should be not an issue. So it's just kind of curious. I know down here at Far East it says it's not sharing, but it definitely is shared. So it's a bit weird. Again, 100% is probably me, but maybe it's just something that the developers put in to restrict trade. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to head back to the main base, and we'll pick up there before we head north or south. South. Ah, it's good to be back finally to our mountain colony. And everything seems to be going just fine. There's nothing that's really noticeably down other than our rice mills, but let's be honest, we always knew that was going to be an issue when it takes chicken and cabbage, which we actually do have quite the abundance here, so maybe we should start sending some of that over to our Far East colony to get some more rice coming in, but that's not a big deal. Now, our books are slowly coming along. That's good to see. Our sick pillows are actually being passed on to the tropic area, which is really nice to see. And diamond necklaces are coming in hard and heavy here, so that's good to see. So overall, everything seems to be maintaining. There doesn't seem to be any noticeable shortages. So we will go ahead with getting another colony set up. Hopefully I get the direction right. I do have a compass now, so that should help. Alright, time to start the journey. So, in the south we have the tropics. In the east we have the Far East. That means we're headed west for the New World. Because we all know what's north. Though we really didn't plan for that one. So west it is, and away we go. And there it is, we have entered the New World. What will we find here? Well, I'll be honest, I am liking this spot right here. So we might do something here. I do like these cliffs, but it's also a lot of work. But I think we'll go somewhere in here. Yeah, that sounds about right. Or not. I think actually we're gonna go over here on this little plateau here. An interesting thing I found out is that water is all at the same level in this game, which is a bit interesting. At least I have never seen it at a different elevation than what it currently is. But I think this is where we're gonna plant ourselves right here with the sea out here. We can do some nice dock work around here, which makes sense for the new world. So, as with every new colony, I'm gonna start in on the defenses again. Alright, so it's been about a day since the last clip. Yeah, it's been a bit of a stretch. Because once again, we've had to get everything set up. We've done it 3 times already, so I didn't think you guys really wanted to go along for a 4th time. So, here we are in the new world with a new plan. Yes, we have got our defenses all set up, this time without any incidents. So it only took us 4 tries to get it right. Not bad. Not bad. It could definitely be better next time. At least the 3rd try, I think, is what we're aiming for. Regardless, we have our defenses set up here. We did try a little bit of a different setup. It's kind of tiered down. So higher up, and then it gets lower, closer to the base. It seems to be working really well, considering that we're at, what, 67 colonists, and I only have 3 archers and 1 crossbow, and we're holding not a problem. Though, I guess I should keep an eye on it, just in case. But so far, so good. Then we've got all of our farms and all this kind of stuff set up. Again, pretty typical, nothing too interesting. I did have to use Unknown, which is our main colony. I did have to use them to give this colony a bit of a boost. I don't know what I did, but I must have not set something up quite right. And we were running out of food. The defenses were almost breached. It was not good. It was a very close call, but again, because of the fact that we can now come into manage colonies and select I want stuff from Unknown, I just come in here and I go diplomacy and propose a trade to the new world, and I can select whatever I need. And I still think it's a bug, but trading works at night, and it even works without the actual trader here. So I'm not sure if that's bugged or not, or what's going on there, but I don't think it's quite right. I think you do need the trader, or should use the trader to use it. But yeah, you can see we got Fufu and everything else here, and I don't have a trader. So good thing to use right now before it gets patched, or if the devs are listening, please do patch it. It makes more sense to have the trader and for them to only work during the day. So the only difference here from our other colonies is we've got this guy, and he is working on gold coins. I did send some gold over from the Unknown colony. Perfect timing that he is pretty much done. Oh, he's working on bronze coins, because for our first set of signs, which is fur in the new world, we do require gold coins. And it looks like fur is made at the shop, so I don't think it's going to be a farm. It does look like it's going to be a little bit different. So with that in mind, I'm going to get the happiness at a reasonable level and get fur research so we can get moving on with the new stuff available to us here in the new world. Okay, so while we wait for our fur to be complete, let's look at what else we can do. So, in the new world, we seem to have access to 3 items. We have potatoes, tomatoes, and cotton. So let's start with potatoes, because who doesn't like some potatoes here? So it looks like it's going to be a typical wheat field set up. There we go. We're going to get 1 field there. And while we're at it, we're going to come in. Wrong one. Let's grab a tomato as well. You know what? Let's put it over here. Change it up a bit. There we are. So let's get some guys over here working on these 2 fields and see what we can do. Because once we get some tomatoes and potatoes going, I know that we can come over here. Ooh, not that one. This one. And get access to the New World meal, which uses both the potatoes, tomatoes, and chicken meat. Now, chicken meat is a bit of an issue for us. If you remember, in our Far East colony, chicken meat is probably the limiting factor if it isn't cabbage, I can't remember which one it is at this point, to getting our rice meals. So not only do we have to fix that over there, we have to be prepared for it over here. I believe the science says that we need 10 per to make this. No, it's just one. So maybe it won't be that bad over here. We'll have to keep an eye on it, and it's likely that we'll have to expand our barley and get another chicken field. If I don't get that prepared beforehand, which I might do actually. So here's our potato plants being put in. They look like the same model of as the cassava for our fufu, but the tomato plants are a new model. And you can see the little green tomatoes underneath. I like that. This is a nice model for tomatoes. We'll have to see what it looks like growing up. Again, I'm not sure if these are going to be 2 days to grow, 3 days, or what the story is on there. Though, having said that, just about all of our New World stuff, whether it's been the tropics, the Far East, has been a 1-day turnaround, the same as barley. So, it's likely that these also will follow suit, but we'll have to wait and see. Alright, our science for fur is complete, and that, of course, opens up fur coats. So we'll have to look into that in a bit, but we need a shop now. And, of course, I don't have the linen to do a shop. Okay, well, and due to the power of editing, we have a shop. I just ordered it from unknown. So there we go. So it looks like for us to get fur, we're gonna have to produce gold coins. Okay, I think we can do this. But let us go over here and look at our field. So yes, it does seem like these are a 1-day turnaround. So everything that's not in the old world or standard in the old world is a 1-day turnaround. So that's good to know. So there is our potatoes, looking delicious with their puffy white flowers on top. And our tomatoes are looking quite plump as well. Look at that nice red. I don't know if I like the leaves. They look like solar panels, like they're charging. And the tomatoes are at critical mass. I don't know. Either way, I do like both of them. I think it's a nice model, but now that I've seen the solar panels, and that's never going away. Okay, so now that we have those, we should be able to get started in on this. Now this might take a little bit, just because, yeah, our happiness isn't doing so well, and I do want to get a few more jobs queued up, including apparently getting some gold production going. You gotta love the little tags on here. So tomatoes, fruit, or vegetables. These are actually considered to be a fruit, not a vegetable. There's a Lord of the Rings reference. I don't know. Whoever's doing this is just having fun. There it is. The New World meals are complete. This is opening up cotton. So I need some New World meals to do it. Does it say that I can't? Yes. Okay, so I need to get this before I can get our cotton fields going. So, let us see. It should be in here now. There it is. 10 potatoes, 5 tomatoes, and 1 chicken meat. Okay. So 10 potatoes, which means we're probably going to have to up our potato and tomato production, but we'll need double the potatoes than the tomatoes. Alright, so I've let it run for a while. I've added in a few more potato and tomato farms to really kind of get the production going. I have noticed that I haven't got the ratio quite right yet. You can see the potatoes are quite low and the tomatoes are high. That is because these guys we only use 5 of them versus the 10 when we're making our New World meals. So I believe I have 5 potato fields right now and 3 tomatoes. Yes, so I might need a 6 potato for that 50-50 split. But on the other side too, these don't seem to actually go to 0. They seem to be maintaining. And I think what that holdup is the stove guys. Now you notice that there's something different here. Where is all our production guys, and what is going on over here? Like what is this big building? Well, while I was kind of playing around with that, I wanted to do a big build, so I have made an entire build episode on this tower here. So look forward to that. That should be coming out pretty soon. But because we have this tower now, we also have a basement with all our crafters in it. Yes, these guys are getting treated a lot better than the Far East and our tropic area. They actually have a roof over their head. So something to keep in mind. But like I was saying, this is probably our hold up for our potatoes, is them actually crafting the meals themselves. And these should actually be getting sent to our new unknown colony once they hit 500, and we'll start stockpile there so that we can distribute that to our other colonies as well. Also, we did get in all of our fur, and our gold is slowly stockpiling now. I think I have 5 guys mining gold ore, and it's still not enough to keep going, because it takes 10 gold ore to make a bar, it takes 1 to make 1 coin, and it takes 1 coin to get the fur. So it's interesting. So I would assume that you probably need to keep that going without any dip, about, oh, I want to say 10 miners on gold, maybe more. So that's a little bit of a struggle there. But with that said, and our happiness is negative 100, if you haven't noticed. That one's on me too. So, and that is exactly what we got to figure out now. We've got to fix the happiness so that we can get our next 2 sciences, because we definitely have the material to do them. We just need to actually have some science to get there. So, with that in mind, let's jump over to our stockpile and see what we've got to work with. And we do have quite a bit that we can work with here. Candles are slowly coming up. That should help. So let us jump back to our science here. We have a lot of tea, so let's give them another couple of those. We have a lot of undershirts. Glazed porcelain's pretty easy. Coffee. Do we have coffee here? We do not. We do not have coffee, so let's not give them that. Jewelry, we've got some. Diamond necklaces, silk pillows, wax tablets, candles. Yeah, we got those too. Books are an ongoing issue. We do have lobster, and we can give them more fish. Let's give them some stew. What else do I got in stockpile that's coming up? That's about it, really. Let's see. Cake is kind of a problem child for me right now, it seems. So I think that's about everything. So we'll have to let this sit for a minute with all that turned up, see where our happiness is, and then hopefully we can get our sciences. And I'm going to do both of them at the same time, or as close to the same time as we can, because we really want to take advantage of that happiness that we're going to be generating. At some point, we'll try to make all our colonies happy, but right now, when we're trying to get stockpiles and everything running, it just doesn't make sense to be expending it. I feel like once you've got that stockpile set up, you can actually turn it on and have them distribute 1, no problem, even for the bigger items like the silk pillows. So here's hoping that we can get everybody happy and get our science going. I do want to point out that this defense is working really well. I mean, we're at 115 colonists. I only have 2 musket, 2 crossbow, and I think 4 archers. Well, of course, it's just changing of the guard right now, so of course they're going to make me look like it, but there's 2 on each, of course. So, yeah, 4 archers. So, 4 archers, 2 crossbow, 2 muskets for this defense is holding it no problem. They're way back there, so we do have some room to grow as well. So quite happy with how this defense is turning out. And we may clean it up a bit, but really, I mean, we've done it 4 times now, so if I do decide to clean it, it probably won't be on camera. Just a little hype for that building video. It's gorgeous, and it's all done up inside as well. in the terms of flooring and whatnot. Detailing I haven't done. From -100 to 1. Yes, we have got our happiness back. I really had to boost a lot of things here, food and the happiness items, including our big two that take quite a while to make. So hopefully we can get through the science quite quickly so that I can turf that again and let them stockpile. Again, I don't see them getting used too much, which is nice. So that must mean that we do have a bit of a stockpile to draw from. But again, for right now, it's not really worth it. Honestly, I think for happiness, the better thing to use to boost happiness in the later game. Luxuries are good to boost it short term to get the science going, I believe. But food is the one that you really can mass produce like no other, and some of these, I guess. But tea is a good one. Tea is quite easy to get, and so is the undershirt. And porcelain's pretty easy as well. The rest of these, they take a little bit of time. Jewelry's not too bad, but these two are quite difficult. This is usually short term by your wax, and same with this. And we all know about books. They are our current crux at our other colony. These two, it'll be interesting to see. We haven't had the opportunity to make these yet. This doesn't seem to be too bad, but it is at a tailor shop, so that's always well, actually, that's not too bad, because I only have the one here. So there we go. We have our first one. We have the spinning wheel, and let's just see if we get anything else from this. We do. We get cotton towels. So let's see if we can't get some cotton going. Now, where do I want to put the cotton? I think we'll just put it right, yeah, right over here seems fine for now. And it does seem to be another 10 by 10. So we do that, and we'll get somebody going right away on that. So hopefully that doesn't kill our happiness that we work so hard to get. Slap down another crate, and we'll have to see what the... Where is our colonist? Oh, he ran... No? Where did he go? He should spawn right on the flag. Well, that's weird. Is this him? Oh, he probably... I don't know how I missed him, but he probably went down to that grocery table there. That's what happened. So let's see. What does Cotton look like? Okay. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So we'll have to let them run for a little bit. So what I might do is leave the happiness up. Because again, that'll take only the 1 day. And we'll have some cotton in. And it doesn't look like it takes much. Oh, hang on. Cotton. So I have to get a spinning wheel going as well. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. So there's our winter coats, which is good. So let us get a spinning wheel going real quick. Here it is. We have this one here. I am going to get the colonist for it. It's going to dump our happiness down by 1, but that's okay. So it's just 1 raw cotton to make the cotton thread. So where do we make the actual cotton? It'll be in here. Of course it will be. So let's get another tailor bench set up because we're going to need it. There we go. And let's get the other guy. So now we're down by 2, but again, that's not a big deal. Priority is always going to be this. And let's set this to 200. And we'll set this. Actually, we'll set this to infinity. So these two will always be getting made. Which makes sense because all they need is the raw material. So they'll just be used as it comes in. That makes sense. And linen always going with this being the priority for our gunmen. So we'll let this sit for a bit and I'll be right back. So there's our cotton all grown up. It's pretty much what I expected this to go into. The brown stalks with the white blocks. So that's all good. So I've got another field set up here because I am expecting that we're going to need quite a bit of this to keep production going, which is fine. So we're going to start with 2 fields and see how it goes. I've also added in another beekeeper because we are running low on honey, so they're going to be working on getting some of that. Something you may have noticed down here is that I have the black bricks on the one side of our benches. And the reasoning for that is that if I don't do that, when the guys come here to grab their food, then they come back, they'll start working on this side. And then once they're done, they'll walk all the way around and then grab their stuff and then work. So by putting these blocks here, they actually run around and go right to where they need to be, and it keeps the efficiency up a little bit better. So we've done that for some areas where I've noticed it and want to keep it going. So yeah, just little tips and tricks. And just like that, cotton towels are done. So I did put another cotton field in, and I did get the second tailor I had. I moved him over to the spinning wheel just to keep things going, considering that it takes 20 of those to get 1 cotton. Though I'm thinking I might add in the tailor again now that we have more stuff going on. So we'll get him back, but that should allow for this to start going, which is just what we need. Now, for cotton towels, let's set that, we'll set everything to 500, and we'll just let it tick away. Because that should not, you know what, let's do 200. There we go. Because we're going to be sending this stuff to other colonies. So that's all good. So we have got now all the new science in the New World. We have it all set up. Now we just need to give it the time to actually get production going. Speaking of which, we need to go in here and, budget cuts. They're tough this time of year. Oh, sorry guys. Yep. Oh, berries. No, you don't need those. Bread, yeah, we're gonna cut that back. Fish, whoa, sorry, fish shortage. Fufu, yeah, you know what? We're making a ton of it. You can keep it. New World meals again. How are we doing out? Those, they are coming up slowly. So, but perpetual stew, sorry. It's tough times. Cake, yeah, sorry, no cake. Sorry. Luxury meals, they can keep going, but we'll let that go. Perfect. So I think that's where we're going to end today's episode. Again, look forward to the building episode. It's going to be a little different format. I'm going to give it a go. I don't think, on a side note, I don't think I'm going to do any more of the Monster Hunter World. I posted that one, and within the first few hours, I got a copyright strike from Capcom. Of course, they can't do anything to me because it's non-monetized, so I don't get hurt by it by any means, but it's just one of those things you just, okay, message heard, won't deal with Capcom. So anyways, on that lovely final notes and everything that's happened here at the colony in the New World, I've been Feral Knight. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do leave a like, subscribe, and comment. It really does help me out. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.